So I'd like to share some wisdom from this week's workshops because really the wisdom is always in the room. I mean, it's such a privilege to be a speaker, to hold the space for a group, but I'm always astounded how much I get to learn from the reflections and the insights and things shared from the group. So this morning, for instance, our workshop was started off by the host and the chair, who started with a quote from Einstein, which was, "Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted." Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Then there was some interesting debate around, could that count for Brexit? But it certainly does count for things like small acts of kindness. They're often not very tangible, yet they really matter and count the most. Perhaps the same with quality time with loved ones, and certainly with health. You know, wealth can be counted, but can health be counted? And which of the two really matters or counts the most? So that was an interesting start to today's workshop. And then one of the attendees in one of my sessions recently spoke about work-wife balance, which got a few laughs. And that was around wanting to spend more time with his loved one. I think many of us feel that with the pressure of being stressed. It also made me realize that, do we ever find a perfect balance between work and life or wife or whatever that other part of our lives might be? Or would it not be better to talk about work-life integration or work-life merging or work-life harmony? Or maybe not speak about the two, just speak about life in general, and rather than seeing them as two distinct things. So that could be something to ponder over. And then another gem that I heard was one of the female attendees, as a mom, is teaching her child that anxiety hates oxygen. So when you're feeling anxious or pressured or stressed, breathe, because anxiety hates oxygen. I've never come across that. You know, we talk a lot about the breath and oxygen and how it helps us stay energized and calm and focused, but I hadn't thought about it in the other sense. And then lastly, in today's workshop again, three people had moved, and then I've also recently moved. And all three were expressing how they were feeling muscles that they hadn't felt before and hurting in places that they hadn't felt before. And I guess that happens when we do something new and different, like carrying heavy boxes and going up flights of stairs and reorganizing, and you're distracted so you don't realize how much you're actually doing, and then you feel it the next day. So on that point, there's a lot of benefit to trying new, different forms of exercise and movement. And sure, it might hurt at first and you'll ache because you're going to use muscles that you're not used to. But isn't that what change is all about? Moving out of your comfort zone and maybe feeling a sense of discomfort? Often we give up in that period. It's James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, who speaks about the value of disappointment when we start a new habit and then give up because we don't get those immediate results, or maybe it's uncomfortable. So don't bail out. You'll get through the valley of disappointment. Persist even though there might be a bit of discomfort. So this bit of wisdom for me, considering that I continuously learn from the workshops and the groups I work with, leaves me with 3 B's that I'd like to, I guess I'm learning by teaching you, right? Or sharing this with you. The first one is balance. So think about where you're maybe striving for perfect balance, and maybe that shouldn't be what you're looking for. Look more for a sense of harmony and integration. And then breathe. Breathing is one of the free, most valuable resources that you can tap into to help you minimize anxiety. And then be brave. Be brave and try new things. Be bold, even though it might cause a bit of hurt and ache. Try new things. You never know what you may just experience. And so that's the wisdom from this week that I'd like to share with you.